on this beautiful Wednesday. Remember, small steps lead to big destinations. You're watching Smell the Coffee with Dana Master and Aina Riza Cuello. The lovely ladies were wearing orange and black.
Yeah.
Orange is the new black.
Orange is the new black. It's a whatever happened to orange is a new black.
I think it's
cancelled.
Stopped.
What was it about? I never watched. I never ever watched trending things. The only trending things I watch is like
reality show.
Trending reality show.
Yeah. It was basically about these women that were in prison.
Oh.
Yeah, so we're showing their life in prison. So orange, as in the orange jumpsuits that they wear, is the new black because they are normal.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
it makes sense now.
I actually enjoyed Orange is the New Black, but I didn't finish the series. I don't even know
how long was it?
I don't even know. I think I watched like maybe 3 seasons of Orange is the New Black. I don't know whatever happened. I think I just lost interest. Because you see, the thing with some of these, most of these series, is that you have to wait a year for the next season.
Yeah, that's so irritating. While we are here, I just want to call out the creators of Young African
and Famous.
What
Young, Famous, and African.
Oh, Young, Famous, and African. What's happening, colleagues? I mean, you
Are
gave
they just
us
quiet?
Yeah, like this whole year we haven't seen that series.
Jeez.
And I'm aware that they shot, but where is the content? Maybe it's launching in December.
Maybe.
I don't know, because usually it comes out, if I'm not mistaken, June, July-ish.
But can we normalize consistency then?
But if the show is cancelled, tell us it's cancelled, so
or
we can move on with our lives, because now we are invested, you know.
Or just say there's some technical delays or whatever it is.
Yes.
Update the viewers, because like you're saying, if it normally comes out at a certain time, by the time that time is over, people just assume, oh, okay, well, we guess it's not coming anymore.
We don't know it. And Netflix, I'm calling you out also. What do you mean? Where is the series? I miss seeing Diamond Platinum.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Young, Famous, and African is
Diamond Platinum. I miss Andile. You know, all these people that I enjoy and love so
Annie.
much.
Annie.
And then there's Ntubaba.
Yeah. You know, I only watched the first season. I didn't even finish the first season. But I was just like, this is a lot.
So when it comes out, trust and believe, I'm renewing my Netflix
subscription.
Yes, so
just for that.
Right now, I'm not like that obsessed with Netflix. It's like, what can I watch? I'm a Showmax girl by day.
You know what I want to call out? Now that we're here, Linux, the operating system.
Yes.
Like, Chomis, seriously. A lot of things are not supported on Linux.
Yes. Do you know I tried to download CapCut on Linux and then it says, no, it's not supported. Only I must use it on the web.
Yes.
Linux. No.
Why are you this way?
No, Linux, really. You need to improve.
You need to do better, sweetie. Move with the times.
Yes.
Because what do you mean? A lot of things do not work with Linux.
Yeah.
Not even. It's so difficult to get Photoshop
on Linux. Imagine.
To get the Adobe software, because they're like, no, but we have our own. And it's like, but your own doesn't do what I need it to do.
Exactly. Also give me options.
Give me options.
Yeah.
Linux is so unnecessarily complicated. I'm going to say this from the heart of my bottom. Do better, Linux. You're making my life so difficult.
This is how you use your platform
to
advocate for a better good for the society.
Honestly, you are frustrating me. We really want to give you benefit of the doubt, because I know people will be like, oh, no, but why don't you just switch to Windows? Listen, we're also trying to give them, benefit of the doubt.
The platform also.
But you really aren't making it any easier for us, Chumis. Please.
Yeah, Linux.
Y'all at Linux, I need you guys to sit in a meeting.
Move with the times.
Brainstorm how your platform can work for us. Because right now it's working against us.
Yeah.
On that note, we'll be right back.
eTicket, your online ticket solution for events and event marketing, bringing you ease of mind and making sure that your event gets out there. mh.com.na.
We start off with some sizzling tea. The world of crowns and sashes is ablaze after a bombshell audio recording involving Italy Mora, the now former Miss Panama 2024, was leaked. The scandal has it all: secret makeup, and a twist that no one saw coming. The Miss Universe organization announced that Panama's representative, Italy Mora, will not participate in the pageant scheduled for November 16th in Mexico City. This surprising news for many Panamanians was confirmed in an official statement explaining that the decision to cancel the 19-year-old was made, the decision to cancel the 19-year-old was made following an exhaustive evaluation by our disciplinary committee. But what really happened? So the leaked audio allegedly features the voice of the Miss Panama director, Cesar Anel Rodriguez, plotting a covert move to help Mora with her makeup. The issue is this plan reportedly violated the pageant's rules. Miss Universe has a room reserved for me for 20 days, and that's where the matter is supposed to happen. I mean, where it should be done. But where are we going to get that money from? Of course, that's the room to fix Mora quietly, because it's something done under the table. That means that it's going to be an issue. So basically what happened is, from how I understand it, is they're not allowed to do other people's makeup. It really wasn't clear from the audio. So at 19 years old, Mora went from being Panama's most hopeful contender to the center of the year's biggest beauty pageant drama. She said the whole thing stemmed from leaving her room to get her makeup done and pick up her items. However, Mora believes the penalty was too harsh. She expressed her thoughts on Instagram stories, saying she believes it was a severe measure and could have been resolved through dialogue or warning.
What's the issue? She went to go do someone's makeup,
or
what?
someone went to. The thing is, I think maybe the audio is not in English, so I guess a lot of things got lost in the translation. Because even when I was reading, I was like, huh? What's the issue here?
So you're not allowed to do somebody else's makeup?
I guess.
Because they have makeup artists.
Because they have makeup artists. Because
and
or someone else is not allowed to do your makeup. I'm not sure.
She's doing people's makeup so she can earn money or what?
Maybe. Maybe. It could be something like that. Again, from the transcribed dialogue, I was like, what? I tried. I read the story like 5 times trying to understand. But I was still like, okay, I understand there's an issue of secret makeup. But who did the secret makeup? Was it her? It was even more confusing because her name is Italy. So it was like, Italy. I was like, no, how's Italy getting involved? Yeah, because you know at Miss Universe, they never really refer to you as Aina. They refer to you as Namibia. You know. So I was so confused. I was like, huh? And I had to go back. I was like, oh, her name is Italy. Because it's like, did she do Italy's makeup? Did Italy do her makeup? What's it? But apparently the director for Miss Panama was the one that did her makeup. I'm really not sure.
And she was supposed to either do it herself or by the makeup artist.
I think so.
Oh.
Or maybe she was doing it for money. Again, we're still waiting like official
documents
from trusted news sources. Like
beauty pageants are so toxic.
I am gonna be cancelled for saying this, but I think beauty pageants should be cancelled because again, beauty is subjective.
Exactly. You can't decide who's the most, and it puts the other women down.
Because you're really
it's aimed apparently to motivate, but
no,
it just
it's not.
Puts
that's
the
why
other women
that's why
down.
my mom stopped me from doing pageants. Like I stopped very, very early because she's like, she's the one that has to comfort me. If anything goes wrong, you understand. So, and again, my mom was basically saying the reason she didn't want me to do pageants is because she didn't want that to reflect my beauty. To say, no, these people, if you don't win,
you are not beautiful.
You're not beautiful. It's
and
not
that's how you will be feeling.
You see?
That's how you are definitely going to be
so
feeling.
My mom was
you
like,
will feel not enough. Not worthy, just and it's like, why not me? Why not me?
Why not me? What am I
me?
lacking? What am I missing? Am I really not beautiful? What does Aina have that I don't?
Yes.
You know, things like that. I think even for me, I wouldn't want my daughter to do pageants. She can be a model,
But like, yeah, like a runway
Like a
model.
runway model,
of
but not do
commercial model,
pageants.
so many other modeling careers that you can choose.
I
And-
was only lucky that the few pageants that I did win. But my mom was like, yeah, no.
Yeah, this is
No,
the last
it's
time.
toxic.
But nonetheless, moving on to somebody who did not win 2024 is, of course, Diddy did it.
Why'd you sound like Donald Trump for a second there?
What happened at Diddy's alleged freak-off parties were supposed to stay at the freak-off. People
What happens at the freak-off didn't stay at,
at
the
the
freak-off.
freak-off, yeah. People who attended the One Secret parties were given a non-disclosure agreement, NDA, to sign, which prevented them from speaking about the activities that took place at the infamous events. According to TMZ, the NDA was in effect for the life of the signee, plus 20 years after the signee died, or a total of 70 years, whichever is longer. Guests could not share any details related to Diddy, his family members, current or former partners, spouses, friends, or business associates, unless given expressed permission. There was no recording at the parties, including photos, video, or audio allowed. The activities could not be revealed via social media, during audio or video interviews, or written about in books, newspapers, or any platforms. There's a wide speculation about about who attended these parties and why no one has spoken about the alleged freak-offs. The NDA may be the reason why anyone who may have been in the room when these freak-offs were happening have been silent. So,
Were you silent?
or were you silenced? I guess these ones are silenced.
Sure.
Yeah, so the freak-offs are for life. Not the freak-offs, I mean the NDA. When you make a cognizant decision that today I'm going to a Diddy party and you actively sign the NDA, it's for 20 years. Or it's for your life, 20 years after your death. Even in death, you are being
You are being
tormented.
told, shh, don't tell anyone.
Even
When
in
you get
death.
to heaven, don't tell God.
When you are silent, you
Yo.
are still being silenced.
Yo. I mean, things like this would then definitely make me turn away because I'd be like, nah, why do I have to be quiet for the rest of
Just
my life? What's
the
about
fact
to
that you
happen?
have to sign an NDA,
NDA.
going to a party, something
already
is fishy.
shows you that something
don't do
shady
it.
is going to happen.
Yes, don't do it.
And then with things like that, you can't even sue because they'll be like, no, but you made a cognizant decision.
We didn't force you.
We
We
didn't
just
force
asked. You said some of you are so obsessed with celebrities. You say, I want to go to Diddy's party. Diddy say, oh, okay, cool. You want to come? No problem. Food, alcohol, berries, everything.
Come
Whatever
through.
you want,
Come
caviar,
through.
come through,
But I
pull
guess-
up.
I guess this is why Cassie could come out and say, because I don't think she was ever really made to sign
Sign,
an
because she was a
NDA.
girlfriend or what.
Maybe. Like, I feel like there's another NDA maybe that she signed that didn't have anything to do with the freak-off parties. Because remember, she was saying that whenever the freak-off parties happened, she was heavily drugged. So I guess...
So she couldn't seem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess with her, that's why she could then come out and say, this is what happened. This is what went down at the freak-off parties. Because she wasn't under contract to stay quiet.
Yes. Guys.
Because imagine your
Diddy.
boyfriend making you sign an NDA. It's like,
What? Yeah,
Why?
that's so fishy.
why? No, celebrities are fishy and they're shady. There was a guy who was working as Beyonce's backup dancer at one of her tours. You couldn't even tell his girlfriend that he was living with that he's working as a backup dancer for Beyonce.
Beyonce.
She was surprised to see him at Beyonce's concert.
Yo.
And then later on, he was like, yeah, so you see, this is why I couldn't really tell you anything. And it's like, but you could have told me that at least...
It's just Beyonce, and you sign
an
it. So I
NDA,
know
so
I
I
don't
can't.
tell other people.
No, this girl really just saw her man up on stage and she's like, oh, well, this is a surprise.
Guys,
So these NDAs, nah, I don't know. NDAs for me give off signing your life away vibes.
Yeah.
Like, nah, I don't think...
selling your life to the devil-ish.
But my thing is, Chomi, how binding really is an NDA. Because think about it, right? If I tell you something that happened, I'll be like, and I have to swear on your grave you don't tell anyone.
But you know, we can't hold water. Even if
No.
I swear to you,
Okay,
I'm
for
probably
me-
going to tell someone.
Okay, for me, I trust someone like my sister. So I know she wouldn't tell
Tell
anybody.
anyone.
And then it just stays in our house. So everybody in my house just knows. So you see, I'm like, but how?
They are not really binding. You can't say don't tell anyone. Somebody will tell someone.
Exactly.
Somewhere, somehow.
And then even if you come out and say that, like, no, I never said it. I'm not the one that said it to
Yes,
Aina.
give me proof.
Yeah, give me proof.
Yeah.
Done. But anyway, that brings us to the end of our top story. We'll be right back with our interview segment.
I'm sitting here with Frank Mungunda, who just recently completed a 6-month program in Germany. Now, before we head into that direction, I'm sitting here at this wonderful establishment. And Frank, can you tell the viewers where I'm at and what happens here?
Hi everyone, as you have heard, my name is Frank Mungunda, and I am a proud founder of Platonic Academy in Namibia. We are here on the premises of Platonic Academy in Paunispark, Windhoek, Namibia, and it's a STEM-based program where we're focusing on the high school level. So what I would refer to as the grassroots level. So we're trying to empower, inspire, and transform young minds through sharing knowledge and understanding.
I love that, and it is a unique school from my experiences working the hallways, and I love that you guys are doing that. And which brings me to the next question. You just completed a 6-month program in Germany. Can you tell the viewers what that was about? I'm not gonna give too much away.
Yeah. It's actually a 2-year program. It's a master's program that is between Namibia and Germany. So with Namibian institutions and institutions in Germany. So in Namibia, it's mainly the University of Namibia and the what we used to know as Polytech, but NAS now. Yeah, so the Science University here in Namibia, they are the 2 main universities that are offering the science or the master's program in science. So it's a 2-year program, of which 1.5 year is here locally, and then the 6 months is a mobility program to Germany. So this is funded by the German government, by the Federal Ministry of Education and Research from Germany, and then this is facilitated by SASCAL. And so I was part of that. So the mobility was for industry exposure, practical research exposure. So we have both the vocational training as well as the academics, the master's program. So it's quite vast. So it's all over Germany, not just one particular university. So wherever you feel you want to go, then they guide you and help you through this process. Yeah.
And this is part of the Youth for Green Hydrogen scholarship programs.
Genau.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, now I'm almost speaking German. with you,
Genau,
huh?
wow.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, ganz genau. Eh?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, it is the program from the Youth for Green Hydrogen scholarship. So the idea is based on skills and capacity building. It's quite a new emerging sector, and there's quite a very broad skills gap globally, not just in Namibia, but since Namibia is on the forefront of green hydrogen because of the natural resources we have in Ludritz or at Tolkaip. That's just the southern part. You've got the central part in Swakop, and then going up again, you also have the northern part as you're going up with the coast. So it's quite interesting and quite exciting. So they focusing on capacity building to capacitate the Namibians. Yeah.
It's a great thing that you should mention that. How would you say the skills you've gained contribute or will eventually contribute to especially Namibia's green hydrogen ambitions and also empowering the community here in Namibia?
Yeah, it's a very important question because not just on the particular contribution that the cohorts, like the beneficiaries of this will bring, but also just to understand that there are so many other implications as well, socio-economic, the politics, everything around it. But the skills basically is to add value to the value chain For example, from a scientific point of view or technical point of view, you'd look at different parts, like the water that you need to be splitting needs to be pure water, it needs to be clean. How do you clean that water? Through a desalination plant, which is chemistry. So how are we going to deal with the membranes? By the way, that's what I was doing, water treatment. And I'm just going to give a shout out to my main supervisor, Professor Liekus Daniels. He was in Germany on his sabbatical, and then he was working on this same project, but just a different part of it. And then I had to continue on the other side so that we can have this comparison on it. And he has been my lecturer for the theory subjects as well, like advanced topics in industrial chemistry, advanced topics maybe into analytical chemistry, as well as current topics in chemistry. So we have a very special bond. He's a mentor to me as well. So I went that side to continue with this. But coming back to your question is to look into the different sectors. Like, for example, my interest is, say, on the purification, on the electrolyzer, and then from the splitting, you also have to look into where do we store this hydrogen? How do we transport it? How do we distribute it? Who's going to take it? Who are the off-takers? We're going to sell it because we do not have the infrastructure to use it in Namibia today. But we don't know what tomorrow holds, so there's quite a lot of things that you can look into. But there was actually 48 of us in our group that went for this. Yeah, so actually 49 of us that went for this. I was just seeing another post on LinkedIn for one of my colleagues that was particularly working on the PEM electrolyzer. I was reading on his stuff, which is quite interesting. So if we come together and bring this knowledge back home, then I think we can add so much value to Namibia.
And like you said, there's so many ways that you can tackle it from. Like
Exactly.
I'm not I don't want to say I'm a science person and say I know this and this, but I understand that
Yes,
there's
yes.
many different moving parts, and everybody can take,
Exactly.
a different angle to it.
Exactly.
Can you tell us some of the challenges that you faced during your 6-month program? I mean, it's not 6 months, but during your 6 months in Germany.
I always like to see the cup half full. So, so the challenges were sort of like things that I have already anticipated before my departure to Germany, because I had discussions with my lecturer, like simple things as how much is the rent on that side, how much is the living cost on that side, and those are just very minor issues. But I mean, when you come over there, you need to just see, because it's a whole different culture. You have to adapt to that, and I had to learn the language in the 6 months that I was. So ich kann so etwas Deutsch sprechen, so bisschen. But besides that, I think in terms of the research, there was quite a very good support system, but they also encourage you to work independently with the supervision over you. So I mean, sometimes here we felt like spoon-fed, so you had to. So that was a challenge. You had to adapt to that. But besides that, I think missing home.
Yeah,
I've got
that
a
must
wife
have
and
been-
3 sons, so that was my biggest challenge, I think.
Yes,
But we're doing it for a better future, and it was a sacrifice. My wife and I discussed this, and it was a rational decision, and I don't regret that.
Yeah, and you're also helping ushering in a new industry in the country, which will definitely benefit the coming generation.
And on that note, that's a wrap for today's episode. We'll be back again tomorrow, same time, same place. It's Toodles.